Welcome to my channel Money Minded. In this video we are going to understand power of compounding. Let's go. Imagine waking up one day, checking your bank balance, and realizing you've become a millionaire. Not through a lottery, not by inheriting wealth, but through a simple, often overlooked, financial principle. You might be thinking, that sounds too good to be true. But what if I told you, it's not? The secret is something we've all heard about but few truly understand. The power of compounding. And no, we're not talking about the complex math equations that gave us nightmares in school. Stick around, I promise there won't be a test at the end of this. Today, I'm going to reveal how this principle, if understood and used wisely, can make the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and living the life you've always dreamed of. And here's the kicker. Every day you delay is a day you lose, because the power of compounding thrives on one crucial ingredient: time. Miss out on that, and the financial future you desire might just slip through your fingers. Let's start with the basics. Compounding is like planting a seed. You don't just get a tree immediately. First, there's a sprout, then it grows branches, and before you know it, you have an orchard full of trees, each bearing fruit. But here's the reality. Most of us are stuck in a trap where we either don't invest or we invest too little, too late. Time is the most valuable asset when it comes to compounding. Now, imagine this. You wait till your 30s to start. You've lost years where your money could have been growing for you. Scary, right? That's why we need to understand why compounding is so powerful. Let me break it down for you in a way that hits home. Point 1. The math behind compounding. Why every rupee matters. So, what exactly makes compounding magical? It's simple, really. Compounding isn't just about your initial investment growing. It's about your returns generating more returns. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, growing bigger with every turn. Picture this. You start with 100 rupees. Sounds small, right? But wait, let that money compound. And 10 years later, okay, it's still not a Lamborghini, but trust me, give it more time. The real excitement starts when those small numbers grow into something you didn't even think possible. And the longer you give it, the more explosive the growth. Einstein wasn't joking when he called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Now, what if I told you there's a critical step you need to take to unlock its full potential? Point 2. Starting early. Why time is the ultimate multiplier. Here's the catch. Compounding works best when you start early. The earlier you begin, the longer your money has to grow. It's that simple. Think about this. Every year you delay starting, you're potentially giving up locks in future wealth. Imagine being 50 and looking back, regretting the years you didn't invest. You don't want that kind of regret, right? Let's look at an example. If you start investing at 20 versus someone starting at 30, you might only be investing 10 years more, but the final outcome will shock you. But here's where things get even more interesting. Even a small difference in your investments can lead to drastically different results. Point 3. Small investments, big returns. How even tiny contributions add up. Most people think they need lakhs of rupees to start investing, but that's far from the truth. In fact, small investments over time can lead to massive gains thanks to compounding. Think of it like buying chai every day. What if you invested the cost of that chai instead? I know, I just attacked your daily chai routine, but hear me out. By investing just 500 rupees a month compounded annually at 10%, over 30 years, you could have over 11 rupees lakhs. That's not just chai money, it's life-changing money. Now, what if I told you there's a way to supercharge those returns? Point 4. Reinvesting returns. The secret to accelerating growth. Here's where many people trip up. They invest, they get returns, and then they spend those returns. But the key to real wealth is to reinvest your gains. When you reinvest your returns, you're not just growing your initial investment, you're growing the money your money makes. It's a wealth building cycle that gains momentum over time. Let's say you make a 10,000 rupees return this year. If you spend it, you're right back to where you started, but reinvest it, and you've just boosted the power of compounding. But wait, what if there's an even faster way to build wealth? Point 5. Avoiding common pitfalls. Why patience is key. Compounding works best when it's left to work over time. One of the biggest mistakes people make is pulling out their investments too early. Imagine planting a tree and then uprooting it every year to check its growth. It's never going to flourish that way. Many people lose patience, pull out their money, and miss out on the magic of long-term compounding. Think of it like going to the gym for a week and wondering why you're not ripped yet. Well, like fitness, takes time. Now, you might be wondering, how do I ensure I'm maximizing my compounding potential? What's the next step? Alright, so now you understand the power of compounding, but knowledge alone won't change your financial future. You need action. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time? Right now. If you're 20, 25, or even 30, every day you delay is costing you money. The earlier you start, the more power compounding has to work its magic. Here's what you need to do. Open an investment account. Start with whatever you can, and stay consistent. Don't wait for the perfect time or a huge lump sum. Start small, but most importantly, start, because every rupee you invest today is a step toward the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. So, the next time you consider spending on something that won't last, ask yourself this: what would that money look like 10 years from now if you invested it instead? Start now, stay consistent, and let the power of compounding compounding work for you. The future is yours to create, but you have to start today. You don't have to be a financial expert to build wealth. All you need is time, patience, and the willingness to invest in yourself. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this, and start your journey toward financial freedom today. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see the results.